rebuilding. The catastrophic failure, a new start. Physically, mentally, our careers, our businesses. Step back, first step, next step. The driver in me just wants to get it done tomorrow. We'll do this, do that, let's move this, where are we at with this? You build some confidence, build some self-esteem, start to feel better about yourself. The Silverback Blueprint Podcast, a show for men over 40. We focus on getting stronger, staying motivated, building discipline, creating a community, and becoming truly happy. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 104 of the Silverback Blueprint Podcast, How to Have a Good Day. Just the other morning, I was doing my morning ritual a few days ago. Just the other morning, a few days ago. I am a master of the English language, as many of you can tell by now. Well, we keep it real here. This is actually how my brain works. Throws extra words in there sometimes just to keep it exciting. It's like the words fight, see who survives. That's why I curse so much, just to give everything a break. So I was doing my morning ritual a few days ago. After I woke up, I got up, I jumped in the pool. We're at the season now where the pool is open. Yeah, it's 54 degrees in it. It's pretty free. That's Fahrenheit. I would die if it was Celsius. So it's pretty cold. It's Olympic style speed swimming to me to get to the other side. But it's refreshing. I love it. I miss it so much. I can't wait to have my pool open every year. I try to open it earlier and earlier because that whole jumping into the frigid water first thing in the morning is just amazing what it does to the body. Hammered out my power walk. It's sunny out finally. It's been a horrible spring. Rainy. I don't like going out in the rain. It's wet. It's miserable. When I grew up on the farm, you had to work no matter what. If it was raining, if it was hot, if it was cold, you had to go out and do the work. And spring was always muck, and I hated the muck. I hate being dirty, and I hate being all gummed up with the clay and being wet and miserable. So now as an adult, if it's raining, I prefer just to do stuff inside. If I'm already out there and it starts to rain, I'm fine. But if it's all miserable out, I just don't want to go out and do it. So hit a nice power walk. I'm at a point now where my back isn't bugging me anymore. I've lost some weight from the heavy powerlifting, so I can get 20 to 40 minute walks in, so I can actually get to places and I can see things and take in the sunlight. It's beautiful. Then I hit my morning journal and my power coffee. So that's my Happy Go coffee with my coconut oil in it and stuff, and just sit down, open up the journal, and just do the morning ritual, writing the things down I have to write, taking notes, thinking about what I want to get done during the day. And it's funny, Luke and I were just talking. He started to read the Daily Stoic as well, and he was just saying how much he likes it. And that morning, a couple days ago, the Daily Stoic was talking about, I'll quote it. It says, I was reading from the Daily Stoic, and I came across this. God laid down the law, saying, if you want some good, get it from yourself. So if we want to have a good day, we can't leave it in the hands of fate, of what's happening to us, other people, right? We can't let, our good day only happen if people are good to us or treat us really well or treat us special, right? So I really like that quote, God laid down the law saying, if you want some good, get it from yourself. And I think it really summed everything up right there. Simple, but really complete. It's up to us to have a good day. Right? It's up to us to sit there and say, hey, my day may not start perfect, but if I go back to these fundamentals, if I go to these rituals, I can line things back up. In fact, that morning that I'm talking about, my cell phone died at night because I was listening to some music, some sounds to help you sleep. I'm just experimenting with that with my sleep stuff. And it was the sound of rain and thunder, right? At a certain megahertz, it's supposed to help you sleep and stuff. And actually, I think it's kind of helping. I kind of like it, but then my phone died. And then my alarm didn't go off. So I was supposed to train with Kevin at 7 a.m. I didn't wake up till 7:15. And that bothered me because I'm back into working out consistently during the day. It bothered me because I let somebody down who was at the gym and got his workout in, right? And it just wasn't the best start to the day. Now, I could have let that continue to bother me. In fact, when I was talking to Kevin, he's like, hey, Kevin's like, hey, Kurt, I hope you have a better day. Don't let that get to you. And, I just picked up with the fundamentals I know I need to do. So I woke up, I jumped in the pool, like I said. I went out to my power walk down by the canal. It was beautiful. I took a picture. I'll post it later. It was just good. The sunlight, the mud, the blood flowing, the energy, breathing. Came back, hit the journal, did my ritual stuff, my writing, my reading and stuff. So after that, I was much better tuned in. In fact, I had taken the morning that hadn't started very good and turned it into an exceptional morning because I relied on those fundamental things that make the big difference overall. And then again, what I love is that reading from the Daily Stoic. After all this happened, I got all the fundamental stuff done, and I get to my reading portion of my ritual. That's the quote, how to have a good day. I'm like, this fucking book knows my brain. What's going on? Right? And then that quote about God laying down the law, right? Whether you believe or not, that's not what we're here. We're not about that. We're not here for that. But the message is super important, right? If you want good, get it from yourself. Get it from us. We are responsible ultimately for how we feel. We are responsible ultimately for how we process what happens to us during the day. We are responsible for how we decide we're going to be during the day. The easy way, the weak way, is to be angry and put ourselves in a bad mood and keep ourselves in a bad mood. Because you know what? To stay in a good mood or in a bad mood, you have to put effort for both to be maintained. Because all of a sudden, if you go into a negative mode, a negative state of mind, all kinds of negative shit starts popping in because there's all these negative things in our mind and past experiences and emotions and stuff just fucking waiting for an opening. And a small crack, and they will flood in. And next thing you know, you start thinking about fucking shit you did 13 years ago, right? Or stuff that happened to you 42 years ago, right? So that's why it's important we control our state and we control how we think. Happy or sad, happy or upset, right? It's up to us. We control that. We're the ones responsible. It comes from us, right? So at the end of the day, we need to be aware of that. We need to be responsible for that, right? And we need to change those things that have to be changed. And it doesn't happen on its own. That's the fucking problem with people. They just sit there and they think that it should just happen to them. Things don't just happen. If you wait and just let things happen to you, you are at the mercy of the universe and everything around you. You are a fucking dust particle being blown all over the place. And that's fucking miserable, right? Every once in a while, you might land in a good place for a little bit, but it's fleeting. But then we say shit like, "Oh, I'm just not lucky," or "That's just, that's my role in life, and that's just the way it is." I'm like, "Fuck you, that's not the way it is." And you fucking know it. If you're 40 and over, you fucking know deep down inside this isn't true. Got to be honest. Take responsibility. Ultimately, we are the only ones responsible. We are the only ones we can blame when things go wrong. We are the only ones we can blame when things go well. So if we're the ones ultimately responsible, why not take charge and take control? I was watching some stuff on social media and a couple of big names out there on it, and they were talking, and it's the same information at all levels coming down. And they were saying, learning to deal with, you could have 100 reviews or 100 positive comments on something, and then one jerk says something fucking negative. And that's the one thing we start thinking about. That's the one thing we get stuck on. Not the 100 other positive things that happen, but that one shitty comment some shitty person left. Because we're human. Because we always want to feel good about ourselves. And we always want to think that what we're doing is right. Now, there's this whole thing coming out about Facebook addiction and stuff where, you check your phone 120 times a day. And if everyone's not liking you, then you get upset with yourself. Well, guys, it's no different than when we were in fucking high school being popular. Right? We wanted to be popular. And if we weren't, we took it very personally. Right? So at the end of the day, though, we got tougher from that. We realized, hopefully we grew up out of that and realized just be yourself and things will happen. And if you're just chasing popularity, you're actually the one who's going to be pretty fucking miserable because it's so fleeting and fragile that the moment one thing goes wrong or something negative happens, right, it just crumbles. Well, that's not a very strong, foundation. It's a house of cards, not a house of bricks. So what we need to do is take control. What we need to do is understand that it is up to us about the day we're going to have. And we have a bigger responsibility, especially if we have a family and we have people around us and we work with people, whether you have a career or a job or a business. We have a responsibility to have a good day. So those around us benefit from our presence. And we don't detract and we don't take and we don't, vampire and suck the fucking life of things around us because we're in a negative mode. We have a responsibility to have a good day so that we can get more done, so that we can live a easier, healthier life, right? Because being negative and being angry and being sad and being upset, it is fucking draining. And the more time we focus on something, the bigger it's going to get. So if we're focusing on being negative, man, we can be fucking negative. We can come up with some shit. We'll make shit up, right? Our minds make all kinds of shit up. It'll fill in the gaps, that kind of thing. But it's the same about being positive, right? Focus on it. Put your energy into being positive. Do the things that need to be done to put you into that positive state, right? And again, I get this, well, I don't have time to get up early in the morning and do this. Fuck you, you have time. Just go to bed earlier. I'm really busy. I don't have time to do this ritual thing. I go, you know what? All the time you're wasting putting out fires and figuring things out and being upset, you could take a fraction of that time and put it towards starting a positive ritual. You know those 4 hours of fucking Netflix you watch because you're excited because season 5 just came out of something? I fucking hear people all the time, season 5 came out. I gotta watch all the episodes. I'm like, why not fucking do the positive things you need to get done? And then as a reward for doing the things you need to get done, watch 1 episode. Maybe 2 if it's, you have the time. But earn that shit, right? Go after what you need to get done. Focus on these things and then earn the rewards. We're so fast to reward ourselves for just the littlest thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, nothing drives me crazier when I see people on Facebook writing shit like beast mode and fucking crush it and stuff like that. And their idea of that is fucking showing up to work. Getting to work on time isn't beast mode. It's fucking called adulting. It's being a fucking productive human. It's the bare minimum. And it's a standard that's way too fucking low to begin with. Do you know what I mean? You don't change your world or the world around you by just getting to work on time. I fucking kid you not. And don't even get me started about being late. There's no reason to be fucking late. 15 minutes early is on time. Staying 10 minutes after to make sure everything's wrapped up and done ready and ready for the next day is leaving on time. That you're starting to leave just the basic level of accomplishment. Right? That's no fucking beast mode. We're so in a hurry to give ourselves all these things and tell us, bullshit ourselves out, we're killing it and stuff like that. For what? Going in and doing 4 sets of 12 on the chest press machine? Come on. Set higher fucking standards, right? That's what we need to do. We need to create the framework to have a good day every day. And I'll tell you, if we do it, out of 365 days, you're going to have 364 good days. And that 5th day is just a combination of a little bit of shit that goes wrong throughout the year and stuff like that. If you all stacked it up, it would end up to be 1 day. Right? It's up to us, guys. Right? These rituals matter. It's frustrating because, when I talk to people that just don't want to get it, and it's not that they don't get it, they don't want to get it. They don't want to believe it's that simple. Kurt, what's the secret to your bench press? 30 years of benching. Working hard when I bench. Short rest, grind, form, technique. No, what's the secret? And I'm like, fuck, guys, I just told you. Right? Put the fucking work in. Find out what's important to you and put the work in. Start off by creating a positive day for yourself and then get shit done. Go after things overall. You can do it, guys. Again, I say it all the time. If a fucking monkey like me can do it, anybody can do it. But you got to do it. You got to work hard. You have to be honest and you have to get things happening. But you know what? Even if that's your goal for the next little bit and you're getting started or you want to improve, make your goal to have a good day. And when you start doing that and you start putting yourself into that positive arena and you start doing things to be more positive, you're going to see things that you were missing before, that were happening right before your eyes, but you could not see it because you were in a negative state as opposed to a positive state. And things will come to you when you're positive. No one wants to approach someone who's always angry. No one wants to approach someone that's negative. Right? Why would they? Right? But if you're positive and you're outgoing and you're receptive, things will come to you. They're all around you. It's all about the morning ritual, guys. And working hard, motherfuckers. Guys, leave us a 5-star review, a rating. Tell us you love us on iTunes. That helps us out a lot. And head on over to Hostile Gear. Some cool stuff. Always coming out with new stuff. Use the code Silverback to save 20%. And I'll talk to you guys later.